Now I give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Ababu Namwamba, Chief Administrative Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Kenya. You have the floor, sir.
Your Excellency Ilham Aliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, distinguished heads of state and government, Excellencies, it is my pleasure to participate at this summit representing His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, President of the Republic of Kenya. I congratulate the President of this session, His Excellency Ilham Aliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, for assuming the chair of NAM, and assure you of Kenya's support as you lead our movement into the future. I also thank you and your government for the very special courtesies extended to myself and my Kenyan delegation, and for the fantastic hosting of this summit. Let me also commend the preceding chairperson, His Excellency President Nicolas Maduro of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, for steadfastly upholding ideals of a rule-based international system and multilateralism throughout his tenure. My President, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, salutes Your Excellencies and affirms his strong commitment to the spirit of the 10 Principles of Bandung, whose 65th anniversary we shall be soon celebrating, and to the ideals, vision, and agenda that bind us together as the family of the non-aligned movement. President Kenyatta, as UNICEF Global Youth Champion, also congratulates Your Excellency President Aliyev and the people of Azerbaijan for hosting the first ever NAM Youth Summit, and declares support for the NAM Youth Network as a vehicle to seek solutions for youth development challenges. Our youth are our most formidable resource for the agenda we have set for ourselves, and must accordingly be placed right at the heart of it. Mr. Chairman, Kenya, since the time of the founding father of our nation, Jomo Kenyatta, has been and remains a dependable voice of and for NAM, whose essence is friendship with all. Indeed, Kenya calls for a renaissance of the camaraderie that was shared by our founding fathers, devoid of cultural and ideological differences. It is this union of brotherhood which embodied the very foundations of NAM. As Kenya, we have maintained unflinching belief and firm support for multilateralism and rule-based international relations. We value and support the principle and practice of forging and keeping consensus, especially among developing countries. Kenya believes this reflects the spirit of Bandung, the founding philosophy of NAM. It is in this context that Kenya has never shied away from placing ourselves at the service of the world in pursuit of peace and stability, climatic equilibrium, sustainable development in line with global vision like UN 2030, regional agenda like AU 2063, and domestic targets like our own Vision 2030 and the Big Four agenda. And ultimately, sharing the prosperity of the world. As host to the largest UN office in the Global South and home to UNEP and Habitat, Kenya is committed to the achievement of the UN Sustainable Development Goals by unleashing the full potential of our technology-savvy and innovative youth who comprise the largest segment of our populations. Excellencies, Kenya is particularly proud of our pedigree in the quest for peace and security across the world and our readiness to always join efforts to bring relief to the suffering and the distressed. From the Horn of Africa to the Great Lakes region to Sahel and west of Africa, Kenya continues to join and support peacekeeping and stabilization efforts. Our role in the pursuit of peace and stability in Somalia, in South Sudan, in Sudan, and beyond is a manifestation of this collective duty. Recently, when the Democratic Republic of Congo made its historic peaceful transition, Kenya was there, encouraging and supporting. We also remain host to the largest refugee populations on the African continent, a challenge for which we urge greater sharing of responsibility. In the recent times, we are pleased to have lent a hand in disaster response after Cyclone Aldai in Mozambique, as well as the cyclones in Cuba and the Dominican Republic last year, and the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. We believe we are a common humanity with a shared destiny. It is against this background, Excellencies, that I wish to reaffirm our unwavering support for lasting peace in the Great Lakes region, the Horn of Africa, and Africa as a whole as we pursue the African Union goal of silencing of all the guns on the continent by the year 2020. To this end, I wish to call for support for the IGAD-led mediation process in South Sudan and the reconstruction effort in Somalia. Excellencies, it is in furtherance of this long-standing heritage of service that Kenya offers to serve all of us as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council for the year 2021-2022. We appreciate the goodwill extended by many members of this movement and believe that with our unique pedigree and experience, this mandate would enable us to add value to the Security Council in its efforts to address contemporary threats, while also offering us the opportunity to help pursue UN Security Council reform to secure a greater space for the Global South. I call on NAM to support the consensus and rule-based decision of the African Union that endorsed Kenya and to vote for us. With your support, we certainly can achieve more in tackling our mutual challenges. I wish to inform further that after following Kenya's endorsement by the African Union, my minister, Ambassador Dr. Monica Juma, will officially launch the campaign for Kenya's UN Security Council candidature in New York on November 7th this year. I invite all distinguished members of the non-aligned movement to join us for this event. In conclusion, Mr. Chairman, let me take this opportunity, Excellencies, to invite you all to the Nairobi Summit on the International Conference on Population and Development, ICPD 25, from the 10th to the 12th of November 2019, and thereafter to the 9th SCP Post-Cotonou Summit in December 2019. Welcome to Kenya, the land of Hakuna Matata. Asanteni sana. I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I thank you. Mr. Chief Administrative Secretary,